This next fight, this is a great fight between two young guys, two guys that are two of the better prospects in the bantamweight division and fighters that you're probably going to see in the UFC for years to come. Christian C-Rod Rodriguez, he just capitalized on the biggest moment of his career in his last fight. He picked up his second UFC victory and he beat Raul Rosas Jr. on a UFC pay-per-view, a guy that had a lot of hype. And now he's taking on Cameron Saaiman, who is coming off wins in the UFC's undefeated, and he looks very impressive as well. He's got Dricus Du Plessis as his teammate, so he has a lot of hype behind him with South Africa, and these guys are going to scrap, man. I think it's going to be a really good fight. You look at how they match up in the stand-up. C-Rod, he is the more technical striker. He's the guy that is a little bit more, I believe, cleaner. He stands tall. He's really solid with his in and out movement. He could throw real slick strikes right down the middle, 1-2 straight punches, attacks the body. He will throw some leg kicks. He's not the most active kicker, though. I don't think he's as active with his kicks as I would like him to be. And you look at Cameron Saaiman, I think Saaiman is definitely the more powerful guy, and I think he is more active and just a little bit more dynamic on the feet. Like, he'll throw these power hooks, he'll throw these weird combos. I think that he's a little bit more explosive, but he can get out of position a little bit more. And if Rodriguez could cut the cage off, make it more of an inside technical striking boxing type of fight, I think he could make Saaiman pay for a lot of mistakes. But I think Saaiman has the ability to hurt Rodriguez at certain points, and if he gives Saaiman space, I think the kicks are going to be more active and a little bit harder and cleaner for Saaiman, and I think he could have the more dynamic knockout ability and just kind of combination punching too. So makes the striking close. And as far as the wrestling and the grappling goes, I think that if anyone pushes the wrestling, it's going to be Saaiman. And Rodriguez has shown that he's a really good scrambling guy. He has real nice front chokes. But Saaiman, to me, is the more physically strong fighter of the two. We saw when Raul Rosas was fresh, he was able to kind of bully Rodriguez a little bit, win that first round, take the back. And we saw Jonathan Pierce kind of beat him up for 3 rounds with the grappling. But obviously, Pierce was at 145. But I think Saaiman is the more physically strong guy. And I think that he's a great scrambler as well. I think he could win more of the scrambles. And I think that a different dynamic that he brings in comparison to Rosas is, one, I don't think he's going to gas. And two, I think he's going to be more adept and better with his ground and pound. I think he's going to throw more ground and pound, heavier ground and pound. And I think that he's just going to do more damage. I think C-Rod's going to have moments. I think he's going to look slick. I think he's going to have a good performance. But I think Saaiman is going to hit a couple takedowns. I think he's going to do some ground and pound damage. I think he's going to land some big strikes in the feet. He might bust up Rodriguez, and I think that he's just optically going to look like his work did a little more, and I think he's going to get the nod on the judges' scorecards. So give me Cameron Saaiman to win this fight via decision.